As a photographer, I consume a lot of photos. Photos from books, galleries, exhibitions, and of course my Instagram feed. Many of these photos are good, but they'll only have a short-term impact on me. Very few will have the staying power to form lasting impressions. The ones that do are the rare photos that inspire and guide me when I'm out creating my own work. I have a long list of these photos, but I've narrowed it down to 10 that I think have had the biggest impact on my photography. Number 1 on the list is a photo by Daido Moriyama, the man who inspired me to start street photography. I came across this photo in a bookstore a long time ago when I was visiting Tokyo. Having never seen his work before, everything in the book blew my mind. But this is the one that stuck with me. I love how gritty and graphic it looks, and the highlights are almost completely blown out in the most important parts of the photo. Technically, you could argue that it's a mess, but I find it beautiful. It's a look so unique to Daido and one that I am obsessed about. I always come back to his photos whenever I'm feeling a bit stuck with my work. His carefree snapshot approach to photography reminds me to be less technical and to shoot freely. This next photo was taken during the 2014 umbrella movement in Hong Kong by a photojournalist, Wong Kan Tai. It's an important photo, it's historic, and it's stunning. What's really interesting about it for me is that he shot the entire project with a lomography Diana. I didn't think anyone would consider using a toy camera to cover a protest, but he did. And he captured some truly unforgettable moments with it. It goes to show that all you need in photography is a good eye and some solid fundamentals. Gear at the end of the day really doesn't matter. If Stuart Franklin didn't capture and smuggle this photo out of China in 1989, there could be no proof of the events that happened that day. It's a crazy story behind this photo, and it shows just how powerful photography can be. This photo sits in my office to serve as inspiration and as a reminder to never stop documenting life. The things I'm capturing now are far less important than what's shown in this photo. But you never know. Maybe one day I'll come across a moment that holds the same weight, and all of this practice that I've been putting in might help me capture it. This shot by Harry Gruyaert was the photo that made me want to use color in my street photography. It kind of put an end to my Daido phase. Aside from the colors, I also love how the human subject takes a backseat in this photo. That's very rare in street photography, and it's one of the reasons why I find Gruyaert's work so impressive. He has this ability to create intriguing images by just using light, color, and shapes. If you tried doing this before, you'll know how hard it is to make something interesting without the help of a human figure. I'm pulling back a lot more with my street photography these days, and I'm learning to use more of the environment to convey emotion. That's a decision that was heavily influenced by this photo. Before we continue, I'd like to thank my friends over at Oberwerth for sending me this M Messenger bag and a leather half case for my Leica MD. This bag looks really good and is super high quality. It's got plenty of space for M body, a spare lens, and your everyday carry accessories. The vegetable tan leather exterior is also specially treated to keep your gear safe from water. The half case for the MD gives me extra grip on the camera, which is something that I've wanted for a very long time. It feels soft and definitely improves the overall ergonomics of these M bodies. If you're interested in either one of these products or any other accessories from Oberwerth, you can use my discount code and get 10% off your purchase today. Now this frame is insane. I don't think there's another photo out there that can keep me locked in like this one. There's so much to look at here. Marc Riboud is a master at filling the frame and making photos that will burn into your memory. His photos come up in my mind the most when I'm out shooting. And because of that, I'm always challenging myself to make photos that can have the same kind of power to hold someone's attention. This shot by Girard is everything to me. The rooftop antennas, the kids, the white sneakers, the rubber band skipping rope, and the insanely dense cityscape of Hong Kong. It brings me back to my childhood. It's like I've traveled back in time. I can feel the heat, and I can almost hear and smell the streets. I want my photos to make someone feel the same way Greg's photos make me feel. That's something I strive for every time I'm out making photos of my home cities. I'm not looking for anything fancy. I just want pure, simple, and beautiful moments. Removing the human element from my photos is something that I've been very interested in lately, and nobody does this better than Marc Power. Similar to what I said about Harry Gruyaert's photo, this for me is proof that a lack of human presence in photos can still be impactful. How can we express emotion without showing a face? How can we feel human presence without actually seeing someone in the photo? Because of this photo, these are now some of the things that I've been questioning and exploring a lot in my own work. The layers, colors, light, subject matter, and timing. Everything about this photo is perfect, and that's all I have to say. Honestly, I could have used any photo in Alex Webb's The Suffering of Light as an example. This book is my photography Bible. I bought Ernst Haas's book because I wanted some variety in my collection. Don't think I'll be doing street photography with a telephoto lens anytime soon, but it doesn't mean I can't appreciate the photos. I remember flipping through these pages and this photo stopped me. I was mesmerized by the rich colors and the flow of the image. It was my first time experiencing this abstract form of street photography, and instantly I fell in love with it. This photo is the reason why I started incorporating reflections into my work, and also why red is now my favorite color. Last but not least, I'm sure you all know the story behind Vivian Maier's photos, so I won't bother retelling it here. This self-portrait by Vivian Maier is so important to me because it forces me to ask myself the hard questions about why I'm doing this. Is it for praise and approval? For money? Will you still love photography if it gives you nothing in return? And will you keep making work if no one is watching? In today's world, we're constantly being encouraged to create for all the wrong reasons. It's getting increasingly difficult to keep yourself on a straight path and make work that is valuable and truly meaningful to you. Every time I see a self-portrait of Vivian Maier, I get brought back to a time when I first fell in love with this art form and way of life. A time when all I wanted to do was make nice-looking images that made me happy. It's a really refreshing feeling to remember, and that keeps me inspired and motivated to work. Alright, that's all I got for today. These are some of my all-time favorite photos that have had the biggest impact on my photography. Are any of them on your list? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you all in the next one.